Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Study Desk of Anand. In today's video, we are diving into date functions in BigQuery, how to work with dates, extract value, do calculations, and format them like a pro. Whether you are preparing for interview, building reports, or cleaning data, this is for you. So let's get started. The first functions which we are going to see is a current date, which will give us the today's date like we can see, right? So if we execute these functions, so we are going to see a today's value, like today's date value that we can see. Now let's say if we want to extract a month from date or year from date, how we can do that? So we have something called extract as a functions. Let's say I wanted to extract a year from current date, right? So then we can use syntax is like this. We have something called extract as a functions. We are extracting year from current date. So let's just execute this. As we can see, this is running and we are going to see a 2025 from the same query. And meanwhile it's running, let's me just write it down for month as well. Let's say if I want to extract for month, right? Then we can do it the same way. Instead of year, we will change the value as month. Now we can see that above query has been executed successfully and we are getting 2025. Now if we want a month, then we can execute this query and we'll get the month value. So the query is running and we can see that the output as 8 since this is the August month is going on. Now the next functions we have a like some addition or subtraction on a date value. So we have something called date add in BigQuery which will add the date. Let's say I have a current date, right? And I wanted to add 10 days prior to today's date. So how the syntax is going to work? We will be adding date add as a function name. We are passing the first as a column value, which is a here current date, and we are adding 10 days. So we'll say interval and how many days we want to add. So we'll say 10 day. Let me just execute this query. So we can see that today is we have a 12th August and now after adding the 10 day we can see that it's a 22nd August. Now let's say if I want to add a month instead of date, right? We have a current month is going on September and I want to add 1 month extra, right? So what we can do, let me just add interval 1 month. So it will going to add 1 month to the my current date and we are going to see the result. So this is running and we can see that it's 9th September, 1 month added to my current date. Similarly, for adding a year, we can change the month to year and this is going to add 1 year to my current date. The query is running and we can see 1 year is being added. So it's a 2026. Now, similar to this date add, we have something called date subtract. uh, and this will do a reverse operations. Earlier, we are just adding 1 month or one year or one day, 10 days, right? So in the date subtraction, it will give us the past date. So here I'm just subtracting 1 year from today's day. So we can see that it's a 2024 we are getting. And similar to this, we can subtract 1 month or like 10 days or uh, number of days we wanted to subtract. This is going to give us the expected result. Now we can see that it's abstracting 1 month, and if I want to extract the 1 day with the today's date, that is also we are going to see here. Now the next functions before it's loading, we are going to see that date difference. So that result we can see that 1 day is being subtracted. Sorry, I have missed out adding a day here. So that's why it was subtracted the year instead of subtracting a day. Now the next functions we are going to see a date difference. let's say if I wanted to calculate a difference between 2 days, right? So how we can do that? So we will be passing first date argument. Let's say I have given 2025 hyphen 08 hyphen 12, that is today's day, and I wanted to randomly put some date 2025 02 hyphen 01. If I wanted to execute, so the third argument which we are going to pass, like whether we want a difference in day, month, or year. So that will give us the result. Let's say if we want to subtract a two date and we want to have a result as a day, right? So we can see that difference between 2 days in terms of day is 192. And if we are looking in terms of month, right? So the last argument we will be going to pass as a month, and we can see that we will be obtaining month. There is a 6 month difference. It's August and February, so we have a 6 month difference. Now in order to obtain the years difference, right, let me just modify the argument and let's see if we are getting the year difference as well. So we can see that we are obtaining a year difference as well, that is one. Now the next date functions, we are going to see a format date which will do a formation of a date in some specific format where we required, like we have a YYMMDD format and we have different types of date format, right? So let's see, we will be trying to get something called some format like %d hyphen %b hyphen %y. So this is going to give us the date in this format, and for demonstrations I am just adding a today's date only, so current date, and this is going to convert my today's date in this format %d %b and %y. That is nothing but 12th August 2025. Based on our need, right, we can just update the date format expressions here and we can get the desired result. Now one thing to note, this format date will accept a first argument as a date expression and second argument as a date data type only. What happened when we have a second column as a string, right? So for that also we have something called parse date. This is dealing with